In the last video, we covered how the World Trade happens and why the World Trade Organization was established. In this video, we shall see some facts related to WTO, keeping prelims in mind. WTO was established in 1995. It is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. The basic aim of WTO is to increase international trade and reduce various barriers to trade. Now, WTO is not a part of the United Nations. It is a completely separate entity focused on establishing some rules for free and fair trade in the world. The 1947 General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade was signed by 23 countries. India was one of its founding members. The Dunkel Draft under GATT gave rise to the Marrakesh Treaty, which in turn paved the way for the establishment of World Trade Organization. Presently, there are 164 members in the WTO. The last country added was Afghanistan in 2016. The members of WTO are not just nation states, but they also include economic unions like European Union and other territories like Taiwan and Hong Kong. So WTO members do not have to be full sovereign nations, but instead they must be a customs territory with full autonomy in their commercial activities. Now please note that the 27 member countries of the European Union also have a separate individual membership of the WTO. The basic difference between GATT and WTO is that GATT was just an agreement among countries, but WTO is an organization that facilitates these agreements. WTO is headed by Director General whose term is of 4 years. The decision making in WTO is based on one member, one vote principle. Now in other such organizations like World Bank and IMF, the vote is weighted based on how much the members contribute financially. But WTO is more democratic in this sense, and each member gets equal vote. All the decisions in WTO are made based on consensus. Due to this, even the smaller, lower income countries get to voice their opinions. The highest decision-making body in WTO is the Ministerial Conference. It generally meets once every 2 years. Each member country is represented by its Commerce Minister. Till now, 12 ministerial conferences have been held. The 12th was held in 2020 in the city of Astana in Kazakhstan. The 13th ministerial conference is slated to be held in June 2022 at Geneva. Now to get decisions in their favor, countries lobby with other members with similar interests. Such informal negotiations are known as green room negotiations. And if these negotiations happen in any other country, then these are called as mini-ministerials. So in the prelims, if you see these words, green room negotiations or mini-ministerials, then please remember that these are related to World Trade Organization. Now once the decisions are made at ministerial conferences, they are carried out by the General Council seated in Geneva. It is usually represented by ambassadors of foreign service. The General Council also works as the WTO's dispute settlement body for resolution of disputes and as trade policy review body to review trade policies of the member countries. In the next video, we shall see the dispute settlement process at WTO. Stay tuned.